It's both a 5-tool player again. Today we're not just looking at some awesomely created legends for MLB The Show 23. We're also looking at 8 of the best sluggers who have been banned for now from the game. That's not all. We're also dropping them in a home run derby to see who comes out on top. Did I mention I'm doing it at the Cavernous Polo Grounds? Yep, let's see who wins and let's talk some baseball. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It means a lot. I'm just a regular dude using an AI voice to express my love for baseball and a few other sports. Check out the channel links in the description of this video. First off, of course, we have Pittsburgh Pirates and San Francisco Giants legend Barry Bonds. I hope y'all are checking out my Barry Bonds Return series on the channel. I have one video up, and the second is coming up shortly. We also have former Oakland Athletics slugger Jose Canseco. He has always been one of my favorite players in history. Unfortunately, he is one of the key figures in the steroid scandal. There's former Cleveland Indians and Chicago White Sox masher Albert Belle. How many of y'all knew he used to go by Joey? Of course, there is former Seattle Mariners, Texas Rangers, and New York Yankees great Alex Rodriguez. We have another one of my favorites, former Texas Rangers slugger Juan Gonzalez, formerly known as Igor. This dude could really mash. Then there's the splendid Splinter, Mr. 400. Ted Williams, the last man in Major League history to hit 400 over the course of an entire season. Williams doesn't have a steroid scandal hanging over him, but he does have a strange situation nonetheless. Did y'all know that Williams' son John Henry and his daughter Claudia chose to have their father's remains frozen cryonically? Not everybody in the family was with this. Williams' oldest daughter Bobby Jo sued to have her dad's wishes to be cremated recognized. However, John Henry's lawyer came up with an informal family pact supposedly signed by Williams, Claudia, and John Henry, in which they agreed to be put into biostasis after we die to be able to be together in the future, even if it is only a chance. Wow, that's pretty out there, and a shame that things sometimes come to that in tough situations. Moving on to other omitted sluggers who do have a steroid deal around them, we have former Boston Red Sox legend Manny Ramirez. Straight nasty at the plate. Last but not necessarily least, we have Rafael Palmeiro, former Chicago Cub, Texas Rangers, and Baltimore Orioles star. Palmeiro wasn't as pure of a slugger as the other guys in the video, but he did hit over 500 career home runs. We all know Bonds should be in the show. More homers than anyone in history, the most walks in history, and a record 7 MVPs. He is the greatest hitter in history, in my opinion, and if you check the roster vault on MLB The Show, there are currently 8 pages of created versions of Bonds to download. If nothing else, that proves the community really wants to play as Bonds in the game. Dr. Sublime kills it with this Bonds render that I'm using here and in my Bonds Player Lock series. A Canseco card could be bananas in Diamond Dynasty. If we're taking the 1988 season when he hit 42 home runs and stole 40 bases, we're talking about one of the most elite right-handed sluggers you could have in your lineup. That's not to mention how simply cool it would be to have such a superhero-like dude in the game. Sublime is also responsible for this creation. If y'all haven't noticed, Sublime is one of, if not the best, player creator in the show community. Arad is another guy who should be in the game, period. He has 696 career home runs. Guys, come on. He led the league in homers 5 times and won 3 MVP awards. He also hit .358 and won the batting title back in 1996 when he was just 20 years old. The 2002 Arad would be a crazy good Diamond Dynasty card. Palmeiro's render is done by Rural Neptune, and like most of the creations here, the batting stance is nailed. Manny Ramirez would definitely have a charisma card in Diamond Dynasty. Bro was cool as an Eskimo at the plate. That swing was about as beautiful as you'll ever see from a right-handed hitter. He has 555 career homers with 12 All-Star appearances, a couple of World Series rings. The Ted Williams is a little weird because of the hair, in my opinion, but it gets the job done still. It comes from Purple Wiz. But maybe he had a specific vision. In any case, Williams is one of the greatest hitters of all time, and that 1941 season, hitting .406 with 37 home runs. That card might have 125 on contact power and clutch across the board. Albert Belle was a fantastic hitter, but bro was low-key a maniac. In 1995, Belle hit 50 home runs and had 52 doubles. It's the only 50-homer 50-double season in Major League history. Check out this excerpt from a Buster-only article. It was taken as fact in baseball circles that Albert Belle was nuts. He slurped coffee constantly and seemed to be in a perpetual caffeinated frenzy. Few escaped his wrath. On some days, he would destroy the post-game buffet, launching plates into the shower, and after one poor at-bat against Boston, he retreated to the visitors' clubhouse and took a bat to teammate Kenny Lofton's boombox. Bell preferred to have the clubhouse cold, below 60 degrees, and when one chilly teammate turned up the heat, Bell walked over, turned down the thermostat, and smashed it with his bat. His nickname, thereafter, was Mr. Freeze. The Indians billed him $10,000 a year for the damage he caused in clubhouses on the road and at home, and tolerated his behavior only because he was an awesome slugger. Also, check this out. In October 1995, Bell's house in Euclid, Ohio was egged by teenagers after he turned away trick-or-treaters on Halloween. Bell chased one of the trick-or-treaters in his car. Bell was fined $100 for the reckless operation of a vehicle. The guardian of the teenager later sued Bell for $850,000, contending that Bell's car had bumped into the teenager. Bro, cocaine is a hell of a drug, and oh yeah, he was caught up in the steroid scandal too. My man, Juan Gonzalez, was a monster at the plate, and he is one of the most underrated players in his era. He led the league in homers twice and hit more than 40 home runs 5 times during his career. Gonzalez won 2 MVPs, but you will rarely hear people mention him when they discuss the best hitters in the 90s, and he totally was. Oh well, maybe Sony will bring Gonzalez to the show at some point. By the way, if you've been watching me take swipes here at the Polo Grounds, Albert Bell ultimately won my little home run derby, or maybe it was just an excuse to talk some baseball. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.